So today I'm gonna be working on the lion from the Inner Circle Task Force box set. See how that goes. Let's see. There we go. Trying to get chat up to see if that's gonna work out for me. And smooth this just a little bit that way. All right. There we go. All right, so the lion. Here we go. A lot of frame for one guy. I put up a short a little while ago, seeing what people's opinion would be for the helmets option, and I'm debating between the winged helmet or the hooded helmet one, but I'm also kind of feeling magnets on it. Not gonna lie to you guys. We'll see. All right, let's break out the good stuff. Oh. All right. I know it's a Monday. So Mondays are probably pretty rough, but it's the time I got. All right, let's see. Part 2 and 3. Here's part 3. I might end up breaking this sprue frame apart. I'm pretty sure that's the bottom of his shoe. Y'all, they casted his shoe in 2 different parts. Anyone else feel like that might be a little extra? Yeah, no, I'm gonna take this apart. Come on now. All right, 2, 3, 1, and 4. Here's 4. Where is 1? Guessing 1 might be on a different sprue. That looks like 13. There we go. Pretty excited about this. Loyalist Primarch number 2. All right. That seems to be that one. Go ahead and put that together. Knife time. Yeah, they made the tread of his shoe its own part. That is kind of silly, y'all. They could make a piece that has that kind of overhang with an underhang, but they couldn't put the shoe in one piece. Sorry, that's gonna drive me nuts the rest of the day. That's definitely somebody saying, make more parts. It has to feel like it's worth it. All right. That is really ridiculous. All right. Step one done. All right, part number 5. 5. Knife time. Well, I hope you guys had a really good Monday. It was a first day back at work for a while because of the weather we had for Maine. But it went pretty well. All right. Operation Dry Fit. Goodness gracious, that is an unnecessary part if I've ever seen an unnecessary part. Gosh. I think that's silly. All right, well, I guess it's there. All right. Peg leg. Should do the back side first. Top side first. Okay. Leg is coming together. Jeez. Okay. Where does this go? Okay. Sorry, I've got out of frame there a little bit. It's kind of a weird build placement there. But okay, there we go. All right, 9 and 10. Hey, how's it going? Thanks for joining me tonight. Working on the lion. It's a kind of a weird build. A lot of weird, unnecessary kind of lineups. But you know, it looks cool. It's definitely whoever they had doing it was flexing their sculpting skills. All right, part 9 and 10. Trying to clean it up as I go. So hopefully you had a good Monday today. Start of the work week. Thanks for the like. I appreciate it. It means a lot. Okay. How do they want that to go in here? Going that way? It is going that way. That is pretty crazy. Okay. I feel like I'm going to get out of frame a lot with this weird build. I apologize if I do. Pretty cool. Underrobe, overrobe, chest piece. Alright, not too bad, not too bad. A lot of little parts and pieces. He's quite large though, as you would expect for a Primarch. But like, you got this Horus Heresy Marine over here. His head comes up to his chest. Okay. All right. Parts 11 and 12. That's part 12. Yeah, where's part 11? There we go. All right, knife time. Okay. All right, so facing me, pistol, right hip. How do they got that lining up? Why is this proving difficult? Oh, there it goes. Okay. How's it going? Thanks for joining tonight. I know it's a Monday, kind of a weird day, but it's the time I had. Trying to make it happen. Hopefully you guys had a good Monday. It's not really a lot of contact area for all that space this got. It's a lot of underneath and behind. All right. I know this part, is it up here? Yes, I think it is. Okay. Oh, thank you for the like. Really appreciate it. It means the world. It really does. Us tiny YouTubers, it really helps out. Not to mention it helps make me feel good too. And you know, you guys are here enjoying, you know, lets me know that. Bam. Just seems like a weird spot, but we'll go with it. That's what it says to do. Boom. First page of The Lion in the books. Next, 84 more pieces of his cloak. What up, man? How you doing? All right. $12, $13, $14, $15. All right. I'm glad you could catch this one. I was going to try to do some over the weekend, but life got away from me. Yeah, I had to make responsibilities around the house to take care of and whatnot. $13, $14. I'm going to say this. I'm really excited that the filigree on the cape is actually modeled in, because trying to like freehand it is crazy. On the farm right now, away from Warhammer, what kind of farm? Or like a secret kind of farm. Away from, and you just bought 2 new boxes too, man. That drove me nuts. 2 brand new boxes, can't work on them. Not to rub it in or anything. Since you're here, I'll give you a little sneak peek of some stuff. Yeah, sometimes I live on a cattle farm. Yeah, that's cool. My fiance's family has a cattle farm. But I did this. Oh, that's like very bright. Got them primed up. I also primed up some Hellblasters. Got them kind of taken care of. The prime is good, yeah. So this primer I've always kind of used. This is just a Rust-Oleum primer for the green. I use a satin because when I wash, it dials it back down, and it tends to help with the wash flow. But people tend to freak out when they initially see it because it's a little shiny. But I've used that primer for a very long time. And then this primer, it's much more matte primer, but it dries so smooth and so fast, and it doesn't have a smell to it. This has become one of my favorite primer brands. I've got it in silver, black, and now this bone color. Let me grab it real quick off the shelf. It's this guy. Price is good, like $7.50, something like that. But I like it a lot. Good stuff. The only thing that's kind of weird about it is it sprays very lightly. It doesn't just like spray, you know. So you gotta take a little bit more time with it, but I find with the models and whatnot, that's actually a good thing. Yeah, a long time ago, I gave up. I used metallic black primer for Necrons. Oh yeah, it's good stuff. But I've given up like spending $30 a can for the quote-unquote miniature primers. Too expensive. I'd rather put that money into plastic people. Let you see what. Yeah, Rust-Oleum Ultra Cover 2x, that's what I use. That's what I use too. The green, bam. That's the stuff. Yeah, when I first got into it, somebody talked me into getting like the Army Painter spray, and I did because it didn't, you know, all right, that's what they're saying to do, is what I'm gonna do. And it honestly, it was really expensive, and it didn't really work that well. Like you had to like really shake it. You had to be very careful with the temperature, and it would still come out powdery sometimes, or it would like inconsistently spray, so it'd be like slow, and then like I'll spray a lot, and it'd pool, and I don't know. I wasn't a fan, but I know people live and die by it. My friend had the white one for the nids, the quality. I mean, you can see it doesn't look good in some areas. Yeah, and one of my arguments is, and you know, it might just be like a me argument, but companies like Rust-Oleum, that's what they do. They make paint, and they make a lot of paint, like hundreds of millions of dollars selling paint. You know, they're probably good at what they do. What am I doing? This piece. How does that go? My goodness, that is awkward. It's like a twist in. Okay. And I'll say too, let's see, I didn't think the paint finish was good enough on the surface of the Tyrion miniatures. I don't know why. The model, maybe too many triangles. Yeah, I feel with like, especially like very organic models, it's gotta be smooth. Because, you know, we know what skin looks like, we know what meat looks like, and it's not really bumpy and lumpy, you know, unless you got stuff going on. But Tyranids, for the most part, they kind of scream smooth, you know, like very well done. Yeah, it's not super easy to put together. Like, it didn't catch the beginning, but the tread of his foot is a separate piece for some reason. Like, that makes no sense to me. Yeah, I think it just goes back to what I've said the other day is sometimes the designers have to get a certain count of parts in their kits, so they make it weird to meet that goal. Like that kind of, oh, it billows under and over. Probably best to have it on that side. But dry fitting is definitely important for this one. Like I always dry fit, but I feel like if I didn't dry fit with this one, he'd come out looking like a not a Primarch. Come on, you get in there. No, come on now. Glued some Necrons together. That's good. How you coming on your Silver Tide? Hey everybody, also if you're just joining us, I really appreciate it. Thanks for hanging out with me and the rest of the group on a Monday. I know it's kind of cliche at the whole YouTube, but if you leave a like, subscribe, it really means the world to small guys like me. I appreciate you guys hanging around. That was a little frustrating. All right, let's go. Next, that goes onto his back. Some warriors you worked on, or your Lich Guard? Clean that up some more. Triarch guys, you have to glue some fingers. Yeah, it happens. At least the new Necrons are easier to put together than the old ones. The old ones were super spindly. Like, they were frustrating to put together, like rough. Hey, thanks for the like. I really appreciate it. Ooh-wee. Like, look at that flow. I have a bottle, then we'll remove the CA glue from your fingers. You know, this is gonna sound really bad. When I get super glue on the fingers, I literally just take a blade on its side and just kind of scrape it off. Like, I don't recommend that if you're not confident, but like, that's the thing. All right. 16 and 17. Let's see, over here. There's 17. This is definitely one of the more complicated kits I've put together in quite a while. Oof, that's not good. Yeah, and you know, a lot of times, here, I'll show you on this part. When I'm cutting, you're not using like your whole arm, right? You're using like just the finger. So you kind of line it up and like just press with the little finger and just let the blade do the work. If you find yourself working too hard, stop and get a new blade in. You know, because when they get dull, they do tend to slow. But like just the finger. Now, the harder you work, and what happens is that plastic, you'll be pressing on that plastic, right? And then suddenly it'll cut, and then that's when you'll nick yourself. So, yeah, take your time. And then you know the old rule, like, cut away from yourself. I think that's good advice when you're like a kid, but when you get older, small movements. I press the blade against my thumb to remove an excess. Oh, kind of like that. Yeah, not good. But sometimes that's how we learn. And trust me, I've definitely cut myself a lot. But yeah, hey, if you guys are just now hopping in with me, you know, glad you're hanging out with us. Hope you have a good time. Hope your Monday was awesome. Hopefully you guys are working on some stuff too. You know, trying to find that time to keep up with the hobby. Part 16. Yeah, I was kind of saving this guy for last, you know, trying to hype myself up for him. Because like, I'm excited, but I knew he'd be a lot. Alright, what are you saying to do first? The neck. Oh, that's really snug. I feel like this is one of the parts that like cinch it all together. Like a glove. Nice. Alright, this piece comes across. Okay. And then a dilemma: Night Scythe or Doom Scythe, Lich Guard or Triarch Praetorians. Well, the meta answer is whatever people are running in their super competitive lists, do that. Then there's the real answer of rule of cool. Games Workshop changes their rules all the time. Do what makes you happy. Now, for the vehicle, I would highly recommend, because they're expensive kits, looking up a magnetization video and putting the couple extra minutes into magnetizing the vehicles. That's pretty cool. Oh. Again, just like a little size comparison. The Lion, 30K Horus Heresy Marine. Basically comes up to like the top of the abs there, the top of his head. That's pretty cool. Boom, okay. 1918, shoulder pads. Over here. Hey. The shoulder pads are really cool. They kind of remind me of the guy in Gladiator. That lion. Right, this is 18 on this side. 19 on the other side. Yeah, it is a really good model. Definitely complicated, but it is pretty. It's going to be a treat to paint. That's really nice. Like, you know, a model's cool when, like, as you're building it, you like stop to appreciate the parts and pieces. Like, they did a good job. All right, so this is 18 on this side. As far as choosing a head, right now I'm torn between the winged helmet and the hooded helmet. What I'm thinking I'm gonna do is take a look at how they look like on the model in person, because I've found that these new sculpts, they look so much better in person than in the art. So, like, using just photos don't really give it a good sense. So I'm gonna do that. And if I'm still kind of difficulties with it, I'm gonna see if I can't magnetize them. But like, let's see, like this guy. This is the Terminator Chaplain that they came out with not too long ago. And when I first saw it, I thought it looked really lame. It was too like rectangular in its shape, and it kind of looked kind of frumpy. But in person, put together, it definitely sells like the bulk. He feels like he's coming at you. He's like lumbering towards you, and you don't really feel like you could stop that if you wanted to. So, yeah, it definitely sells better in real life. Another thing I did off to the side, Death Guard guy. No, that is a chaplain for the Dark Angels. But I've been working on my Stern Guard for my Ultramarines on the side. Getting there. But, you know, with the content, would not have been focusing on the box set here. All right, 20, 21, and 23. One, 23. Where's number 20 at? I feel like they put him on another piece just to mess with me. They did. Oh, Death Watch, yeah. Yeah, no, he's just the new Primaris Terminator Chaplain. I do have some Death Guard lying around. I don't have any Death Watch, actually, which I'm kind of sad about, because with what they did with Titus in the video game, it really made Death Guard seem cool. But that was weird, like, they got rid of the army, basically, and then made Titus an awesome Death Watch guy. And then said, oh, we'll bring it back. And then somebody went and like won LVO with Death Watch. So, pretty cool. Like, I bet that guy feels really good. Gonna buy a Mortarion army. Yeah, Mortarion's really good. He's strong. And you know, like, do it. Take your time with it. But, yeah, part of the hobby is the collecting side. That is going to make painting really hard. But we'll go with it. Traitor Legion. Well, the Emperor's Children's coming out. I mean, I don't know if that's what you're into, but new stuff tends to be fun. The Noise Marines do look pretty cool. Yeah, Noise Marines. Like, tell me why that has to be a separate piece. I feel like that definitely could have been all one piece. But yeah, if you guys are just now joining us, thanks for hanging out with us on Monday. I appreciate you guys chilling with us. All right. 22 and 24. Sword and shield. If I was a more competent painter, this would definitely want to be a multi-part assembly. Holy, the Lion melee stats. Oh yeah, he's insane. And like, even when he's defending with the shield, and he sixes with the save, bounces back to whoever has mortals. So like, he can do damage even when defending, which is pretty cool. yeah, it's a gorgeous model. Like when it first came out, I was like really taken back by it, but you couldn't get it anywhere. Like next to impossible to buy. And then, if memory serves, they stuck them in a few like collecting boxes, like big boxes, and even those didn't last long on the shelves. And then this Christmas box was just perfect, and I was able to actually snipe one off of a store out in Pensacola, and I was like, "Yep, getting it." No idea which is better, weapons of the Final Triarch or the Lion one. Both look great. Yeah, that'd actually be a really fun battle royale to see who would come out on top with that. I gotta be honest, I'm the Lion, you know, for the Emperor and all that jazz. The shield is gonna cover up so much of that cloak. Somewhere in the lore, Cesaric was allied with the Blood Angels. Yeah, okay, so there's actually a couple little things with that. Cesaric either did or wanted to seek out an alliance with Sanguinius because he thought that Sanguinius was the best of humanity, reasonable, strong, capable, more so than the Emperor, as far as like negotiating and talking with. And there's like a story. The Blood Angels were battling Necrons on Ball or near Ball. I don't remember exactly. And the Necrons all of a sudden just kind of poof disappear on them. And the Blood Angels were like, why? Why'd they do that? I don't understand. And then they picked up on their long range scanners a massive Tyranid fleet was coming to get them. And they realized that the Necrons knew before they did. And that upset Dante. Like, how could they know and we not know? And then pretty much Dante gets a message from Cesaric wanting to talk. So he and a bunch of the like first company bodyguards went with him, Dante, to meet Cesaric. And they ride up in a rhino. And you got the whole court and all these Necrons, like hundreds of them, all looking down on the Marines. And the Cesaric character is wielding or carrying on his face the mask of Sanguinius, which was nicer and prettier than better than even Dante's. And Dante was all angry about that and all that kind of stuff. And Cesaric pretty much says, look, I would have loved to work with your Gene Daddy. Let's work together and beat these Necrons. And they agreed to do so. But what's cool is like all the Marines had like melta-bombs in their gauntlets tied to the Rhino to like blow up the whole everything. I don't know. It was cool. I'm not doing the story justice. Let's see, 25. But then there's like talk that, maybe because the Necrons have time travel, that maybe the Necrons have gone back in time and actually talked to Sanguinius before and all that kind of stuff. Like, I think that'd be cool if there was like a Necron tie-in where they went back in time and saved Sanguinius during the Horus Heresy and like bring him back. I have no idea why there are no animations about these types of events. Well, so there was a lot of fan animators there for a while that was pumping out some really cool content. Games Workshop pretty much put a stop to it though, like IP infringement, that kind of stuff. And they actually hired a few of them to work on their Warhammer Plus stuff. A lot of them told him no because it's a little bit of a bitter thing. But there's so much content and lore. I guess that kind of thing would happen in the end world scenario. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of end world scenarios. Like the wolf times when Russ will come back. The lion coming back is a quote unquote end time kind of thing for his own legion. I think there's another kind of end times thing with Khan for the White Scars coming back. But I don't know. We have 4 Chaos Primarchs back. And we got 2 Loyalist Primarchs back. There's a lot of talk of Leman Russ coming back next, which would be pretty cool. But you never know. I personally am a huge fan of the Iron Hands, like Ferrus Manus and all that kind of stuff. But in the lore, he's dead. But I mean, the power of the pen is a mighty thing. They can just write the lore however they want, and suddenly you're back. Yeah, apparently there was like clones of him, and Fulgrim kept trying to like turn the clones because that's one of the things that he was upset about. All of them like the most is Vulcan. Yeah, Vulcan's still around. Vulcan's cool. I like his Legion. That's a kind of small backpack. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised by that. But I guess with all that cloak, you really don't have room for much else. Yeah, Vulcan's really cool. Leman Russ is alright. Ferrus Manus is awesome. He's around. The lion can fly? No. But he's got nicer wings than some of the Blood Angels guys do now. I don't know, the lion's big thing now is he can forest walk. So he has the ability to do like a pocket dimension inside the warp and travel that way. But yeah, hey, if you guys are just coming in, hanging out with us, appreciate you. Leave a like if you're liking it. Subscribe if you want to see more. Hang out with us. I appreciate it. Any little thing helps. But yeah, no, so he can like pocket dimension. They call it forest walking. And he can bring people with him, and he like travels through this part of the warp that resembles old Caliban, his home world. Well, his childhood world. All right, we are at the part for head selection. And then base building is next. And then the halo goes on. Okay, so if you put the helmet with the wings on, you can't put the halo on. Okay. I might pause here with him. Skip this step. All right, to the base. All right, let's see. These are the Watchers. Base. The halo is important. Yeah, I guess that would be like his, I don't know, 4-up involved halo thing. But halo versus wings, I don't know. It makes it harder though if I want to magnetize, because if it gets in the way, that'd be a big deal. Hey, thanks for the like. I appreciate it. I really, really do. It helps out us small guys a lot. so that's that. Kind of cool. Okay. Knife time. So hopefully you brought some models with you up to the farm, working with the cattle. Yeah, pistol range, you can, in your shooting phase, you can use it. And if you have, like, 2 pistol type weapons, you can use them both. So, like, Cypher's got 2. Makes them pretty cool in the old melee. Although I'm not super sure how awesome the Lion's pistol is. I don't really know its stats right offhand. It's pretty cool. Doesn't look so good with the pistol. Yeah. But I mean, the real show is the 9,000 sword attacks. I think it's like 12 with the sweep. All right. Boom. All right. Watchers in the dark. Yeah. 16. That's a lot of attacks. Let's see, 35, 36, and 37, 38. A lot of little parts and pieces there. Says Arcus 12, perfect for clearing hordes of Tyranids. Oh, I bet. Bet your buddy loves that. But yeah, hey, if you guys are just coming in, hanging out with us, I appreciate it. Hope you guys are having a good time. Hope your Monday was awesome. Just working on the Lion right now from the Inner Circle Task Force. Trying to keep up with my new year, new army. But, you know, say hey, hang out with us. Hope you guys have a good time while you're here. The guy is getting smart. He is only advancing with the big units. Yeah. Let the little units sit back on objectives. Well, that's all part of the game. Learning. where he'd be like a mega big brain and just drowned him in bodies. Like Cesaric can't even move and play the game because he's just sitting there killing Tyranids, little Hormagaunts and Termagants. Need more support, yeah. Biovores are really good. They win games. Screamer Killer seems pretty solid. Like a good distraction unit, really. Does anybody have any idea what the Watchers in the Dark are? Because part of me wants to be like, they're little agents of the warp working for the Emperor kind of deal. But, you know, that seems like heresy. Really? Oh my gosh. Zero idea. Yeah. Same. I think that's kind of like the point, though. Like, you're not really supposed to know what they are. Keeps you guessing. That's the tiniest little bit that needs to get cut off of there. All right, little Watcher. Let's see, how are you carrying this? I guess this is supposed to like represent when the little Watcher like gave him his first sword kind of thing. Fealty. Little bitty Watcher holding a sword, scabbard. Look at him go. If I were to guess, they would be laboratory-created humanoids with great psychic. Yeah, I played Inquisitor Martyr in a game you have at Alpha Pariah. Cool game. I've never played that one. Though I haven't played a lot of video games in a long, long time. I think the most recent game I played, I don't know, either Minecraft or Bolt Gun. Watchers are left deliberately vague, though they were on, if not native to Caliban before it blew up. They were involved in imprisoning the Obru. Oh, that's kind of cool. So they're like natives to Caliban? Huh. That's neat. Like, I know in the story, when the lion returns, like, he even says, like, he doesn't really know what they are, but he knows, like, to heed their word. So that's kind of cool. I mean, they seem like cool little guys. Otherwise, somebody just wanted to reference the Phantasm movies. Yeah, that's probably really where it came from. Like, people like to say that Games Workshop is super original. And don't get me wrong, they are with a lot of their stuff. But they borrow from popular culture, I think. What is 43? Okay. And it kind of feels like if we were to relate this like Disney, like the Disney princesses, that's their like pet companion. Definitely one of those things GW worked backwards on. Yeah, definitely. And that's the cool thing with like the new lore that's coming out. It's like they're revisiting their old lore, but like polishing and tweaking it. Like we all knew what the Horus Heresy was and how it ended, but as the book's released, it gets a little bit more refined, more detail. But you know, it's cool that way. Like when Necrons first came out, they were pretty much a pure ripoff of Terminator, but awesome, you know. And then I heard, and I could be wrong, the what was it? The Dawn of War games and the StarCraft games. Those are supposed to be like one game. They were working with Blizzard on it, but they couldn't really agree. They terminated the agreement. Blizzard was like, "Oh, we got a game. Let's just tweak it a little bit to make it our own." You know, the Marines, Eldar, Tyranids. So, kind of cool. Honestly, kind of miffed they haven't done more with Cypher since the Lion came back. Absolutely. Look, I went out and let's see. I went out and got a Cypher for the Dark Angel army, thinking, you know, that'd be really cool to have him with it. And then I was looking through like the codex and stuff. Not in there. Doesn't exist. I made a little short, and somebody commented on it saying that OG Warcraft, yeah, that he's in the Chaos Codex, and sure enough, Cypher's chilling in the Chaos Codex. So like, I'm gonna keep him around because he's a cool model, but the lore could be moved so much more with this. You know, because apparently, like, this is the Lion's original sword, theoretically. Be like, hey man, you want your sword back? Cypher? But when I was going down that rabbit hole at research, I learned that Cypher is not really a name, but it's kind of like a title. So there's been a lot of different Cyphers. So it's no real telling if this is the same Cypher that was, you know, in the past, etc. I think the most recent Cypher lore was when they brought Gilliman back, and basically he was helping Gilliman get back to Earth with the promise of a meeting with the Emperor. And then they get there, and Gilliman's like, "Psych, you're not getting to meet the Emperor." And he got upset about that. Like, even these guys are unnecessarily complicated to put together. Come on. Yeah, but no, I'm really happy you guys are hanging out with me tonight. Doing this kind of stuff really helps having people to chill with. Boom. All right. Extra long, dangly bits. Which way do you go? You go that way, or you go this way? Are we whisking up or down? Looks like we're whisking up. Are you excited to paint? Yeah, I'm starting to get that urge. Like, I go through like waves of interest in it. So we had that big old snowstorm, and that's when I was first getting the itch to paint. I was gonna go prime some stuff. Couldn't go prime out in the snow, but I got everything primed now. I started working on like the Stern Guard. Dark Angels seem difficult. They do. So yeah, Cypher's been in the Chaos Marine Codex since at least 3rd edition, though I know in most of them he never had a Mark of Chaos or the option to take one. Yeah, that's kind of cool. And you know, again, it kind of goes back to what you were saying about the Watchers without being like clearly defined. You know, the unknown is kind of what makes them cool. So it's almost like if we knew what Cypher is all about, would he be as cool? I don't know. I think it'd be cool if Cypher could be found in like both codexes, and it's like even more like, is he good? Is he bad? Who knows? You know, and have his rules be like exactly the same in both books. Yeah. Well, that's the thing with like the Risen, quote unquote. It's all kind of that way now. You know, the Lion's going out there and redeeming some of these guys. Others, you know, they put them in the interrogation room, and then they just kind of disappear, and we don't know what happened. But you definitely seem like a Dark Angels like pro. Oh, I do not know if I want to build this guy and then try to paint him. I almost never do sub-assemblies. A fallen kill team would be neat. Absolutely. Everything about this, guys, is telling me to do sub-assemblies. But I don't do sub-assemblies. I hate doing sub-assemblies. I think I'm just going to YOLO and do it. You guys can yell at me later. Been around a lot. Ironically, most a Word Bearers player. Whoa, you just picked a lot of hard tasks. Do you actually do the script work on the armor? Yeah, I think this is year 14 or 15 in the hobby for me. That's on larger models, yeah. The trick that I found for doing text is micro pens. If you're familiar with those, I figure you'd have to be. God, that is so busy. Like, I don't know if you guys can tell, but I'm like honestly grinning like ear to ear doing this. I think one of it is the excitement that he's almost there and how cool he is. But I think it's also like maybe a little bit out of fear, looking at how difficult this is going to be to paint. Oh my gosh. Like, that base alone is pretty ridiculous, not gonna lie. When I write in, I'll make sure that word is runes. I hold the model upside down, then write backwards letters, and yeah, I use ballpoint pens to write. Ballpoint pens? Whoa! Here, check these out. So, this is a micro pen. This is a 005. And what it is the teeniest, tiniest little felt tip pen. So you don't have to get the ball rolling in order to get the ink to come out. And it does really, really good. Like, so if you come up to here, you can kind of come back with letters. And you can kind of get through that pretty quick. But yeah, I'm definitely leaning towards that right now. I just gotta figure out how, because my normal way of painting is I have the model on my paint handles, and the way that works is there's a washer in here, a magnet there, kind of just put it on there, and then I can go to town, right? So for the sake of the base, yeah, I can do that with what I got set up right now, and that'll be great. For the lion, I don't really have that option unless I drill and pin them, which I might actually do. Yeah, they're about the same pens I have, maybe a bit thinner. Yeah, I use those a lot for like purity seals and that kind of stuff. That works out really good. But yeah, if you guys are just joining us, leave a like, hang out with us. I really appreciate it. If you're feeling froggy, hit that subscribe button. I live stream a good bit. It's just kind of a fun, chill hangout. I think now, guys, it's the time where I decide on a head. Let's see. The two that I'm really feeling, I'm going to cut those out. I don't really want to do the bare head option. Again, you know, you're a super being with all this great armor. Protect your head, you know, your brain bucket. Can you imagine the lion returns and it gets taken out by an auto pistol because he decided to leave his helmet at home? I think not. Not today, Chaos. The real question, do you feel like painting skin or not? I don't mind painting skin. Honestly, eyes is hard. But the skin's not terrible. Let's see. If no, then helmet. Hood. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go helmet. So I'm looking at this right now. I don't know if you see how the way the wings go up, it makes a very nice like triangle. That's pretty like aesthetically pleasing. I need like some sticky tack or something. Do I have any sticky tack lying around? I don't think I do. No, I don't. And then the hood. So the hooded vibe, I'm getting more of like a rogue kind of vibe. Maybe like Aragon in the bar. Respectable choice. We're saying meh to the hood or meh to the wings. This is like Aragon when he comes back as the king. Does that make sense? Gives more of an ominous impression. Yeah, I agree. I mean, let's be fair, I probably look at him like this 99% of the time. Oof. I'm feeling the wings, y'all. Well, you know, too, if I do the hood, the halo comes in there, too. So it's going to have more elevation. Let me clip that bit out, too, I guess. If I had to choose the way I assemble the miniatures, it has to do with the way I play the game. So, like, ominous. Oh, see, look, when you put that on, it gets that, that triangle vibe again. Aggressive, more pragmatic, but I'm a noob. No, man. Yep. Let's see. YouTube is a mindset, my friend. Fake it till you make it. Oh yeah, man. 100% agree. 100% agree. All right, you see what this is, huh? Let's see. The right magnet set up? No. See, this is where if I was a better YouTuber, I'd be like filming in order to make a video of magnetizing. Where is my other drill bit? Is it? Oh no. He's doing the thing. Yeah, I'm doing the thing. Let me go see where my magnet and my drill bit is. Where is my 1/8 inch drill bit? Thought I had them all in here, but apparently I do not. Oh no, progress. Let's move these guys out the way. Huh. What was that huge thing? What huge thing? The white? Oh. Yeah, I've had him for a while. I don't know if I'm ever going to get to him. It's a Eldar model. Came in one of the Triumphant boxes a long time ago. I keep it on my desk in case I ever decide to work on it. Where did that drill bit go? That's gonna drive me nuts. Oh, you know what? I may have. Aha! I did. Okay. Let's see how this goes. All right, this is, you know what? I don't want to be loud for you guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and take it out of here. This is how I usually magnetize like my tanks and whatnot with all their different weapon options, but that might be aggressively loud for y'all. Yeah, he's a pretty intimidating model too. One of the reasons why I haven't done him yet. All right, Operation Pin Device. How's it going, y'all? If you are just joining us, thank you for hanging out with us. I appreciate you. If you're having a good time, let us know. Say hey. I'm currently drilling a hole in the head of the lion. Oh, you're gonna be stubborn, aren't you? Yeah, since I got this open, I guess I'll use one of these instead. So my drill bit is deliberately smaller than the magnet for a couple of reasons. One, when I press it in, I get more of a compression fitting too. And two, because super glue tends not to hold the best over time with metal and magnetic type materials. It tends to be a more annoying and frustrating way to get magnets in place, but I have never had them pop out. Okay. This is a pretty thin piece of material here. There it is, all the way through. Delicate. This is hard to watch. Yeah. Trust me, I'm feeling it too, man. I'm feeling it too. it's one of those things that once you've done stuff in a little while, you get brave. I don't know if you get like overly complicated, but you know, brave. I might try to make this a little bigger, just because of how delicate this is. Is it easy to find spare parts on eBay? Hey man, don't put that in the universe. Let's see. I'm gonna press it in, which means that side needs to go down. Sorry, I got off the camera there a little bit. So that way, I know my polarity is still good, but I can take this off and I can use this to push with. Oh, that is like super narrow though. Ooh. This is still so fiddly. Might have to transfer over to a blade. Oh, it's so hard to get it in there. Oh my god. If you guys are just joining us, you're watching me struggle with a magnet inside the neck of a very expensive model. And it is not wanting to go where it belongs. Okay. Next option. Yeah, you go back over there for now. And that'll be the way. Bam. Okay. Easy. Yeah, okay. Definitely didn't feel easy. Probably need to get this magnet set in a little deeper. Which I may have to. All right. Be right back. Alright, we're gonna get a little crazy. So makeup sponge on one side, pliers on the other. Let you kind of squeeze down on that a little bit more without marring up the backside. There we go. A little crooked to it. I broke the Silent King in half yesterday. It was desperate, but I managed to glue him with stronger glue. Yeah, that sounds sad. I don't know if I'd want to break the Silent King. Let's see. See, this is the perfectionist in me getting in the way of being done. Bent it up a little bit. But not so bad. I had to glue him to the Days of Dominion because he wouldn't stay still anymore. Yeah. There we go. I like that. All right. So hooded head. Let's get this back over here. That's kind of neat. He's hollow in there. I was not expecting that. Don't mess up polarity. Don't mess up polarity. Yeah, that'd be sad. Gonna kind of use the blade again, make it a little bigger. I don't feel like fighting this time around. It's the kind of thing I would do. Yeah. Well, trust me, I've done it a lot. To the point where on my crisis battle suits, I just put magnets in the arms, and then on the weapon options, I actually just put small pieces of staples in them. That way I didn't have to worry about polarity at all. Boom. Kind of want to see if I can get that little squarer. Squarer is a word, right? But I think it's actually in the neck. I need to square up. You see, he's kind of got like a little crooked look. There we go. Lion helm. Hooded helm. There we go. Job done. Decision made. All right, I think I'm going to leave him off the base for painting. And we'll figure that out later. Aggressive and ominous. Oh, yeah. I love it. Well, alrighty, y'all. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me tonight. Hopefully you guys had a little bit of fun. Hopefully I didn't make you guys freak out too much drilling holes in the middle of the lion's head. But I think I'm going to have to give it a call it a night at this point. I appreciate you guys as always. Again, if you enjoyed yourself, leave a like, subscribe. It really means the world to me. I'm trying to push for 1,000 subscribers and get my watch hours up. Hopefully, one day I'll be able to have this hobby pay for itself. But I appreciate you guys. Have a great night. Y'all take care, and I will see you soon.